Peace and blessings to all my regal ones, all my emperors and empresses. Welcome to another video. To anyone that's new here, welcome. You're in the right place. This is a negative-free zone where we can speak our minds freely, but be mindful of other people's thoughts and feelings, and definitely be mindful of mine, since I'm here giving out the information. Okay, so nobody won't get it twisted. I had somebody that reached out to me this morning, and this is the reason why I am doing this video. It is not because of you, or you. It's because of this one particular person, and hopefully it can help you, and you. Okay? And I'm gonna say her name because if you look in the comment sections on my videos, you'll see exactly what I'm about to read to you. I was working this morning. She was sending me text message after text message. Well, no, it was coming up on my feed on my phone. As far as the messages, and she was a little distraught, and I want to go ahead and talk about it. I guess for the first time, which is something that hasn't happened to me. I've had ends that have come off, from being slammed in car doors, from just being thin and old, and for sitting on them a lot, definitely for slamming in doors in my house. But never have I ever just had like one just like super duper long Nazi dreadlock fallout. First of all, let me say something about this last video that I just shot. I'm gonna need you all's help. I'm gonna need your help. I just shot a video earlier, and they won't monetize it, saying that it's against something and they don't think that their advertisers would like it or whatever. And I believe it has something to do with the title, which I don't understand. I was thinking about calling it should I cut my Nazi dreadlocks? But then people would think that that means cutting your hair like completely off. So I said, should I trim my what was the title of it? Because YouTube done took 5 cents away from me. Because that's about all I would get. But anyway. Right. I think I took the cut out. Yeah. It says, should you trim your Nazi dreadlocks? And immediately, as soon as it posted, it was like, can't monetize this. If you would like for us to view your video, you have to have 1,000 views in less than 1 week, in less than 7 days. Can I get 1,000 views on this video just so they can put the monetization on there for the little bit of energy that I did put in there? Can I get my quarter? Can I get my 59 cents? Go to the kitchen, turn it on, and cook dinner. Watch the video and take a bath afterwards and play it again. Share it with your friends or whatever, because actually it's great info, great content. And they just like they did me on my birthday last year. They totally played me on my birthday. I had well over 1,000 and some views on that one. And because I didn't get the 1,000 views in a week, they didn't monetize it. And it was a decent video. I mean, God, they could have at least, been nice because of my birthday. And there was nothing wrong with that video. I had on, it was summertime, it was hot, and I had on a short top like I always wear. So anyway, back to the video. Just go ahead. If you can play that video a couple times and share it with other people, let them see it. Share it on Instagram, share it on Twitter, share it on Twitter, share it on Facebook, on your Facebook page or whatever. I would really appreciate it because I put a lot of work and energy into doing my videos, and for them to sit back and say, oh, the content. All you saw was the title. You didn't even, I mean, whatever. They probably saw trim, an old school trim is a piece of, somebody wanted some sex or something, some trim. I want some trim. And they saw Nazis and probably thought I was saying nasty, probably, or naughty. Another word of saying Nazi was my other word instead of saying Naughty, like Naughty. That's the only thing I can see. But anyway, back to this video. Okay, this is from a person named Sandra. If you do go to my comments, I forgot which video she left all these comments on. But anyway, it was one in the past couple days. Okay, so and her name is Sandra. So again, I'm addressing this to her, but hopefully it can help someone else. I am supposed to be cooking dinner, but I did reply back and forth to her. So we have 8 messages. I'm only going to read her questions. Dear Empress, this morning I was in big shock. One of my dreadlocks suddenly broke off. I don't know why it happened. I don't use shampoos or conditioners, just water. I drink enough water and eat healthy food. I also don't know what to do now. I don't want to lose more of my dreads. I'm pretty sad about it and hope you maybe can help me a little. Okay, so I replied back to that. Queen of BK Double, dear Empress, I never covered. Oh, I told her, I said what I had to say. And she said, I never covered my hair at night. I always stuck my hair in a knot or I just let them loose. Can that be the cause of it? And how about dryness because of the temperature? I remember you spoke about some oil in the video, coconut oil. How often do you treat your dreads with that? I lost my dread when I was just checking out my dreads this morning. It was a pretty big dread and only hanging on a couple of hairs. That means that it's been going away. It was breaking off for a while, and it just finally came off. Then she says, I just thought about the fact that I had to wear a helmet 3 times in a few days because my son took me to the store on his scooter. Is it possible a helmet could cause damage to your dreads? Thank you for your time and blessings. And she's so sincere and so distraught, and that's why I'm doing this video. Okay. I'm going to take these glasses off in a second, you all, so I can address this. So I spoke and said what I had to say. I asked her, would it be okay if I did a video about this today? Maybe others are experiencing the same thing. She said, thank you for your time. I didn't know about the cotton pillowcases and the damage they could cause if dreads are not covered. Also, thank you for the advice about the oil. I'm almost 52 years young, and I have some gray hairs too. I will pay attention to it. And I was just saying that's where I put coconut oil in the front when my hair is gray and saturated. I mean, like highly saturated with gray. I put it on my scalp right there. I melt the coconut oil in my hands, and then I just put it right there because that seems to be the driest for my hair. That doesn't mean that that's the driest for anyone else's hair. All of our hair is different. All of our crowns are different. So I can't say, 100% that that's going to help anyone else. But I'm just saying that's what I do. Okay, one last thing. Oh, she said, yes, of course. That's okay with me. Blessings and thank you. So this is the reason for this video. And again, her name is Sandra or Sandra. Empress Sandra. And her last name begins with an S. So I'm not making this up. This is for real. And it wasn't made for anyone else. But I hope that it can help somebody else. First and foremost, I mean, it's a lot of different factors, and I can't really say. I told her, I said, if you're not sleeping with your hair covered at night, you sleep with your hair covered at night for a lot of different reasons. Especially like if you wear like the King J caps that I was talking about. It helps to seal in like moisture. It keeps your hair from having friction from the cotton, which the cotton pulls your hair and makes your hair frizzy. Also, it pulls your hair. It could thin your hair out. Cotton pulls, period. Everybody thinks cotton is just great and everything, but think about wool. Same thing. People that wear wool coats, they used to wear scarves around their coats, and that was to protect their hair. And that was like my clients that were relaxers and everything back in the day. They always wore scarves because they noticed that it would pull their hair. And always, if you're going outside, if you live in a cold climate, you should wear first a protective cap, which is normally like, a hat that draws all of your, a little cap that draws all your hair in. Like I love King J. Um, that's my go-to. And no, it's not sponsored. I brought all of their products on my own, which I brought everything that I could find, from tubes to caps to bands. I got 2 videos on that, so please do not ask me about them. It's 2 videos already on the list of 100 and some videos that I have. They're very easy to find. You'll see me with a blue band on one of them. What was I about to say? I lost my train of thought. Oh, wear a cap and then put on your hat. That way your hair is protected. So it doesn't matter whether you have on a crochet hat on top of it. Doesn't matter if you have on a wool hat on top of it, because your hair is covered, is protected. And also, when you go to bed at night, wearing your hair down, especially if you don't sleep by yourself, or even if you do, I mean, your hair is just like all over the place. You're going to get lint in your hair. You're going to get anything that's flying around, especially if you have the heat on. You're going to get, I hate debris. That might sound like a harsh word, but I mean, yeah, debris from particles floating around in your house, coming out your vents and stuff. That's what it is. Debris and everything. And you get all of that in your hair, and then you'll be like sending me, not just me, sending people messages asking, how do I get this out of my hair? Or should I color it so you won't be able to see it? Coloring it is definitely not the answer. But anyway, that's off the I went to whole nother subject. I'll try to make this video short so I can get to making my child something to eat. But yes, your hair, I've never had like that happen, not in a long strand. But I've heard of that happening to people. And I mean, it's a lot of holes in that, because I don't know, if the person has taken medication, if it's just thin throughout the years. I mean, if you just like walking around with your hair down all the time and free and not protecting it at all ever, and it's super long or whatever, I mean, you can have some hair that may break off. I definitely don't think that wearing a helmet for 3 days, is not like you were probably on the bike or the scooter for hours, like traveling to another state or something. So I don't think that has anything to do with it. I don't think that 3 days would sit back and just like tear your hair up, because you probably was only on the scooter for about 30 minutes. Like I said, there's a lot of holes in it. I don't know how long you want to scooter out. I mean, and I've already ruled that out as being a reason. You already said it was hanging on by strands. So it had already been breaking and thinning out. And then finally it just gave way. And probably if you would have gotten a shower and rinsed your hair where it becomes more in its weakened form, it would have just fallen off. Another question that I wanted to ask Empress Sandra, was, had you ever like trimmed your hair, like if when your Nazis get like real thick, or if your roots start marrying each other and have getting into menage a trois and just doing this own thing, have you ever gone in there and just like broke them apart? Or have you ever used a razor and like tried to thin out a dread, and ever used a razor like right at the roots or something like that, just to separate like a one Nazi dread from another? That could easily thin out your Nazis. That could easily, and some people do it when the hair is dry, which is really bad. And some people do it when it's wet, but it still can cause damage. I watched a video where somebody was just like, I mean, they was just like separating, just separating, just separate. Had somebody doing the back or whatever, but they was just literally going up. And honestly, I mean, I'm sure that later on they had some type of damage from that. I don't. I believe that you can separate without damaging, but it's a proper way. I mean, you just don't do it when it's dry. You try to be mindful. I mean, I have one, two, three, four. These were four big ones. Look at it now. It's one thick one, but guess what? I'd rather have one thick root and still have all of this, growing out or whatever. I'd rather go ahead and have that, which it'll be strong enough to carry these four thick natis, than to go up here and try to separate these and damage it completely. First of all, I can't separate it with my hands. And for me, if I can't separate it with my hands, like when it's wet, I'm not gonna do it. And I only separate like when it's saying like everything is about to all join together and just have a good time together. You know what I mean? If I think that they about to parlay, honey, and leave me out the party, then I might separate some. But for the most part, it doesn't bother me. I told y'all, and I talk about it often now because it just amazes me how fast they grew out. This is still in the front. It's just I got my hair pulled up. But it was a short little bang, and then I got another one. It was a short little. I just call them my little bangs and stuff. They were separate. They were totally separate from everything else. And before I knew it, because I don't bother my hair, I really do not mess with my hair. Before I knew it, it had bonded onto another Nazi dreadlock. So yeah, I can't say why. I mean, it could be many reasons why that Nazi came out like that. Again, I don't. Let me see. Did she say she didn't take medicine? Oh, God. Did I get rid of it? Yeah, I don't remember. Sometimes medications and stuff can make your hair thin. But, I mean, it doesn't mean that she's going to have another one that comes out. It's just, be mindful. When you're massaging your hair, your scalp, feel what's going on. You should spend enough time massaging it, especially in the shower, especially if you water rinse only. You should spend enough time massaging so that and she is a water rinse only, meaning we don't use shampoos and stuff because we don't use other types of products that have chemicals in them, that have sulfates, all types of stuff in it. Use natural things like aloe vera and stuff like that. Yeah, just next time. I mean, the next time you go to, I don't mean like to totally like I just neglect my hair. I don't pay attention to it at all. I mean, I just don't bother it a lot. So yeah, I wouldn't be like going in every day, like trying to see if something is connecting. That's how these back here happened to connect. I think I got sick. Yeah, I got sick. I had pneumonia. Back, God, it's been almost a year, in April. And so I couldn't like do anything for a while. And that's when it seems like disconnected. That's what I remember. I have a little shorty back here trying to grow out. But anyway, for anybody who's having an issue with, because it's getting dark in here, for anybody that has an issue with a Nazi that has broken off, I mean, really, there's no real way for me to give you an answer as to why it did it. I have no idea why it just fell off your head, but just check your hair. Check your hair and see. You might have another one that's thin. And my type of person that believe in reconnecting. I mean, I got a little jar that I keep from all my ends that I have that I broke off because I don't want nobody else touching my ends. That's another thing. I'm very funny. I don't let people touch my hair. Very, very funny about that. Do not let people touch my hair unless it's my daughter, or we have to be kicking it like that, for me to let somebody touch my hair. That's a boundary thing for me. Even when I had relaxer, I didn't like for people to touch my hair. And I think that you should be. I mean, you should treat your crown as such, and not let people touch your hair unless you're going to a loctician and you're having your hair done and doing all, techniques and all that type of stuff. But that's another story too. Okay, because I could go on and on and on. But as far as like Nazis breaking off, you have to protect your hair. I can't say it enough. Covering it up at night. I cover my hair up during the daytime. I have a dog. You all know that. Y'all hear my dog. Y'all just heard my dog. I have hair flying around my house. That's particles of hair flying around my house. That's attaching to my sweater, my clothes. I have to sweep all the time. Thank God I have wood floors. I don't have carpet. But he's a little Furby. I mean, he's a big ball of fur. You have to protect your hair. I protect my hair outside sometimes if the sun is too much, or if like in the wintertime, I protect it, against the elements. I live in Chicago. It's super cold again. It just dropped 30 degrees in one day. And it's good to protect your hair, especially if you're going to wear a hat and all that type of stuff. So with that being said, I hope that appeases Empress Sandra and helps you to know that you don't have to worry about your whole head falling out unless you have another issue going on. And I hope it helps somebody else out. And again, I just jumped in and did this video for her. I appreciate everybody that's been coming over to my channel. You all are helping me grow. Of course, right now, it's not about money, but it's about the energy and stuff that I'm putting into it. Not only that, well, I'm spending money. I've been spending money lately, on different things, cameras, computers, this, that, whatever. What did I just spend about to spend some money on some editing software. Something else I just got. I have a trial version of my little thumbnail. I don't know if you all noticed the last thumbnail that I was saying. What was the name of that video? I forgot. What was the... Anyway, I did a thumbnail and I had me on the thumbnail with my eyes closed. And then it had the little title on the top and the bottom. If you like that thumbnail, let me know. But thumbs up this video. Everybody give a big hug to Sandra because she's definitely feeling distraught. And I'm sure if you ever lost some hair before or a whole Nazi dreadlock and a thick one at that, you would feel a certain kind of way too. So let's give her hugs. And anybody else that's going through that or anything else, we're sending love, nothing but love through the channel. And with that being said, I'll see you in the next video. Hopefully we'll be doing a live video chat on Sunday at 4 p.m. Central Savings Time. Or if not, I'll be doing a premiere, because I have somebody special that's in town right now. And when people who watch the videos on Sundays will know exactly who this person is, because this person talks a lot in the chats, and hopefully we can do something together and I can put it together and hit it up and have it ready for a premiere by 4 o'clock on Sunday. All right. Blessings. Love you all. Please thumbs up this video. Leave comments down below. Talk about your hair. Talk about whatever you choose to talk about that's dealing with Nazi dreadlocks or, freeform or health, nutrition. If you want to see me do another video about, the next smoothie I'm about to do, or just anything, at my vegan restaurant that I go to, if he let me videotape there, just please, 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 please leave a comment down below and I will try to address it. Blessings.